Hello, Flower Kid here. Yes, the title is not lying to you. This is real. Jesus is back, and he came with fists. He's fighting. He's hurting he's stopping the ops. He has ops everywhere around him. He's fighting. But before we even talk about that, I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. So let's start talking about who made the Jesus animation, and we're gonna talk about Ethereal Snake. Now, if you don't know this animator has been around since the beginning, the dawn of time, basically. He's basically the one who, talked to Aristotle and like Michelangelo and made videos on Newgrounds. Basically what I'm saying is he's cooler than cool. He's cooler than Ice Code. Basically what I'm saying is he started his moments on Newgrounds and he gained a little following there. Then he went to YouTube and then he gained an even bigger following with his wacky and weird animations. I'm talking about things that just don't make any sense, like Thomas the Toy Train Engine becoming decrepit and weird, or how Bob Ross is like he prevented World War II, or Scooby-Doo. I don't even there's so many animations you have to go back and look at. I'll have his channel linked down below so you can go look at it, but his history of just random animations are so cool. They're just cool and amazing. But we're here to talk about Jesus, and he actually made a video about Jesus, the death of Jesus, and how a preacher was like, this is like the way that Jesus died, and he starts to writhe on the floor as he has holes in his hand. It's a really scary animation, actually. I think you should watch it. You might get some insight on some of the other later videos of how he makes videos. But although I want to talk about the Jesus animation, we also have to talk about his other really good series, the Mickey Mouse. The Mickey Mouse Went to War. And let me just say, it was the most in-depth and saddest story I ever heard. It's actually kind of crazy. If you don't know, he made this character all the way back 5 years ago about how Mickey Mouse and Goofy went to war, and then Mickey Mouse had a different value and wanted to protect the government, but Goofy wanted to expose the government, and so they got into this little fight, and then next thing you know, Mickey killed Goofy. And you might be like, oh, that's really funny, haha. But the way that he animated it, and he kept animating it over and over again with real voice actors, because at first it was funny, it was all funny, it was in the high-pitched voice and all the goofy, but then the animation just stepped up, and then the voice acting stepped up, and then all over again, he made a really good series about how a soldier who's ridden with PTSD and forced to protect the government because that's what soldiers do. And it's actually a really good story. It actually pulls on your heartstrings a little bit, because he not only did he make the Mickey part serious, but he made war serious. It is a serious topic, and at first it was really funny, but then he actually genuinely made a really good story. I highly suggest you go and look at the Mickey's Descent into Madness. It is like watching a movie, genuinely. But that's not his only accomplishments either. He also evolved his Blender art, or I don't know, I wouldn't say Blender because I don't know if he uses Blender or not, but he uses 3D animation, and whatever he does, it got better over the time, because I'll talk about it in Jesus Part 2. We'll have to talk about Jesus Betrayal, but the art in Jesus Part 2, you would never suspect it at all, not even one bit. But I think it's time to talk about the Jesus series. Can we call it the Jesus series? Comment down below if you think it should be called the Jesus series. I don't even know. But Jesus Betrayal was one of the most hilarious and action-packed video I've seen about a retelling of Jesus. I don't know how you make Jesus into a Michael Bay and Tom Cruise explosion fighting. It's kind of hilarious what he's been doing. It's like if you took Mickey's Descent and took all of the serious out of it and put action and even more funny jokes in it. We're not gonna lie here. Judas is an op. We all know the boy snitched, and he deserved the beating he got. I don't know why Judas was snitched like that. I mean, Jesus was a homeboy. I don't know what he would gain from it, but the ops are after Jesus. Basically the ops are after Jesus. I don't even know what Jesus did. I guess Jesus wanted to live, and and that's why they're after him. honestly, the comedy bit in Jesus' betrayal is so good. I hope people, one thing I just hope people don't like get upset about is that the animation is different, because in Jesus' betrayal, the animation is totally different from Jesus Part 2. You know what? I think it's time to start talking about Jesus Part 2. So just like how Jesus himself, Jesus, the Lord, he is sleeping, resting in his cave and having games, because this is the Lord's gym. And as you see, the SEAL team comes in trying to find Jesus and try to smoke him out, but no. Jesus, he has hands because he's teaching people about the Holy Spirit. Like that, like, I don't know how to tell you, but the action just got better. The action and fighting, it got 10 times better. And of course, do you know who's behind this? It is sad. It's terrible. But the Romans are behind this. Why would what? I thought the Romans were like, the Romans should have just stopped. Jesus is back. I don't know. And like, they think they have a weapon against Jesus, but Jesus is gonna win. I mean, just did you not see the fight scene? Jesus is literally turning water into wine. You know things are getting serious when he turns water into wine. Also, I hope y'all I don't even know if y'all saw this, but he actually used 3D models in this. That's how good it is, because when I first watched it around, I had to stop, pause, and look at it because he used 3D models. This is how good Ethereal Snake is getting. I shit you not, this animator, I'm telling you, will make the best action-packed, funny Jesus movie you'll ever see. It will all come together. Like he'll make it will all come together, and it will be the most hilarious thing we can all laugh at. I'm telling you, that's it. It's a hype train over here. Also another thing that I don't know if anyone has been talking about, but if you remember, Nicolas Cage was in this movie about how like there was this virus that made the mom and dad want to kill the kid offspring or whatever, and so there was a scene where it's called the god of the hand slap, and not only did Rigmarole do it and like a whole genre of people did it, but Jesus himself did the iconic God of the hand slap, the slap of God. And you know what, all you gotta know, hey, go check it out. That's all I gotta say, nothing else. It's the slap of God. If you want to see it, go check it out. Go support him. God, what else? I mean, there's nothing else to say, guys. Sorry. Well, I have a Discord, by the way. If you guys want to watch that, you know. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.